Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength and bodyweight class, well, we are going to work on posture and core, keeping ourselves upright and looking good at all times. Very important. Now, with that said, I want you to have a cleared out area, nothing to get into your way. You're going to want some light weights close by, a mat, water, take breaks when you need to, and work at a pace that feels comfortable to you. But first things first, we have to warm up. Can we just start with a step touch? We're going to walk forward, abs are nice and tight, and stepping yourself back. Once again, moving forward and moving back. Moving forward and moving back. One more, move forward and move back. Now tapping the toe, reaching across the chest. And as you're reaching, lifting your leg up as we land with a nice soft knee. And just tap the toe. Back to step touch, moving forward and moving back. Move forward, move back. One more, move forward and move back. Tapping the toe. And once again, bringing that leg up. Landing with a soft knee. Abdominals are in tight. And reach across the chest for 4, 3. Here's 2. And 1. Hold to the right. Roll through the back foot. Inhale and exhale. One more time. And drop the heel down, lunge forward, deep breath. Exhale. Now turn to the front, toes come up, and sitting yourself down into it. You're hinging from the hips, chest is tall, tailbone back, and you feel that stretch long, that left leg. Now come center, shoulders up, back and around. Deep breath and exhale. One more. Hold the shoulders down, reaching one arm up and over. And the other side, up and over. Come center, step touch. Moving yourself forward. And now move yourself back. And again, move forward. And move back. One more time, move forward. Move back. Toe taps here. And now lifting that leg up. Back to toe taps. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold over to the left. Roll through the foot. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Heel stays down. Lunge forward. Deep breath. Exhale. Now come forward, toes up, sitting yourself into it and hinging, pressing the tailbone back, the chest up. And now come center, both knees are bent, opposite shoulder down. And up, deep breath, hinge forward and opposite shoulder down. Now center coming up, roll those shoulders up, back and around. One more. Okay, are you ready? We're going to do this. Now, focusing a lot on what's going on in the core and also on our posture. So posture is always shoulders go back, they go down. So it feels like your shoulder blades are into your back pocket. So let's start by engaging those guys. Now, shoulders go back. This is called retraction. Abdominals are in nice and tight. Use your breathing. Inhale one way, exhale the other. One of my favorite exercises. 4 more. 3. Here's 2. And 1. Now, hands on the hips. I want you to find a focal point or hold on to something with the other arm. And here's what we're going to do. I'm focusing. Leg goes up. Focusing on this right hip. The hip will go up and down. Now, think of pelvis. The whole pelvis is shifting. I'm using all my toes of my left foot to keep me stable. Abdominals are tight. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes. Okay, the other side. Are you ready? Chest is up tall, abs in. Use all the toes and lift the hip. So you want to feel the pelvis rotate up and down. And lift. Inhale and exhale. Using all the toes of your right foot. Shoulders are back and down. Chest is up. 4, 3. Uh-oh, I went too far. 2, but it was a good save. And 1. Oh, okay, arms are out. Ready? Abs are in nice and tight. Shoulders go straight back. I want you to visualize that you are holding a pen between your shoulder blades, and then you let the pen drop. And now you squeeze the pen again. Use the breathing. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms. Ready? Abs nice and tight. Now again, remember, you can hold on to something if you want to, or you can just use a focal point. And all of your toes of that left foot have to be engaged, even if you're holding on to something. Abdominals are solid. Lift the hip. Taking your time, and if you're not at the same cadence as me, guess what? That's okay. I want you to feel as steady as possible. We have 3, and 2, now 1. Bring the leg down, the other side. Abdominals are tight. Here we go. Lift and lower. Inhale and exhale. Use your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, now, thinking core. When we don't engage our core, that's where we lose our balance a little bit. So it is between your core and your toes that are going to keep you stable. So finding a focal point again or holding on. Knee comes up, step to the side, lift that leg, step down, and pull back up. Step to the side, lift the left leg, down, pull back up. Step to the side. Now notice how my knee goes in a circle. Lift, down, and back up. Abdominals are solid, and you are using your toes to keep you balanced and steady. Roundabout and lift. We have 3 more. Here's 2. Last one. And up. Move the legs around. Are you ready for the other side? Okay, here we go. Knee comes up. Find your steady. Get all the toes into the ground. And step to the side. Pull up. And lift. Step to the side. Pull up. Back up. There we go. Knee up. Step to the side. Out. Step to the side. Chest is up tall. We have 4 more. This is 3. And out. And 2. 1 more. There we go. Come down. I think we did very good on that one. Abs are nice and solid. Here we go. Now, knees are bent. Small bend in the knees. Hands at genie position. Chest is up tall. I want you to envision a metal pole from the tip of your head to your tailbone. So the only place you can move from is your hip joint. So you are going to hinge forward and come back up. I'll go sideways. Abs are nice and tight. So you are moving strictly from the hip. The lower back and everything stays in neutral spine. So it's a hinge down and back up. Abdominals are solid. There's a small bend in the knee. Four, and 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, find your focal point or hold on to something. Are you ready? Knee comes up, around, and lift. Pull back, up and around, lift. Pull up. Use the breathing. Up and around, lift. Pull up, up and around, lift. Pull up. There you go. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up. Okay, the other side, same thing. Knee up, ready? Up and around, and lift. Up. Use your breathing. And lift. Abdominals are solid, shoulders are back and down. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. I'll turn sideways again. Feet are a little wider than the hips, knees are bent. Ready, hands at genie. Chest is up tall. Hinge forward so the only movement comes from your hip joint. Your spine stays in neutral. Abdominals are very tight. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Okay, great time to grab some water, and I'm going to bring the mat down to the floor. So, keeping our weights by our sides, flattening down our mat so it doesn't come rolling in, and starting with both legs straight out. Chest is up nice and tall. Once again, hinging from the hips forward, keeping the chest up, tailbone back as you pull your toes towards you, and you'll feel the stretch behind the legs. Inhale, exhale. And now cross one foot on the knee, deep breath, and exhale. Lifting the knee up and turning to the side. And release. Crossing the leg over, hinge forward. Inhale and exhale. Now pull the leg in and turn. And release. So starting off in a tricep push-up position. So your tailbone is down so that your spine is in neutral. The abdominals are pulled in nice and tight. And you want to feel like your shoulders are right above your hands. Now, remember the retraction we did? Same thing. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then press them apart. Together and apart. This works the muscle called the rhomboids, which is right in between the shoulder blades. And it helps us sit up taller and straighter. You have 5. Abdominals are solid. 4. And I'm focusing on squeezing my shoulder blades completely together. 3 more. 2. And 1. Simply stretching back. Hold yourself here. Now coming up on all fours and taking one weight. Abdominals are nice and tight. And I want you to think elbow to the side. So we're going to pull the elbow out and back down and up. Focusing as the elbow comes out to the side, you're squeezing that left shoulder blade against the right shoulder blade. Abdominals are solid. 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Pull out and back down. Inhale and exhale. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to your tricep position. Tailbone down. Your body weight is in your hands and your abdominals are very tight so your spine stays in neutral. Now shoulder blades squeeze together and apart. Full inhale, full exhale as you're moving. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch back. Taking yourself back up again. Balancing your weight on all 3 points. Abdominals are nice and tight, and that elbow goes straight out. Squeezing that shoulder blade against the right shoulder blade. Abdominals are very tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the other side. And pull that elbow out. Squeezing the shoulder blade against the left shoulder blade. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Okay, since we're in all fours, we're going to stay here. I want you to extend your left leg back and your right arm forward. First, find your center. You want to be as stable as possible. Once you have that center, I want you to lift 1 inch up and 1 inch down, pulling in the abdominals, keeping the body weight centered, keeping both hip bones parallel to the floor, and moving at a rate that you can keep your body as steady as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Abdominals nice and tight. Find your center first, and then again, move at a rate that you can keep yourself steady. Both hips are parallel to the floor. Abdominals are all the way in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Separate the knees, stretch back. Coming center, taking one weight, and again, finding your balance on all 3 points. Your elbow starts in and you reach out and come back in. Now, as the arm reaches out, I want you to pull those abdominals in tighter. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. The other side, same thing. Balance your weight and reach. Contracting the abdominals as the weight goes out, but using your breath as you're moving. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. Taking the right leg back, left arm forward, and lift. Find your center. Keep the body nice and steady. Both hip bones parallel and abdominals are in tight. You're looking to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Other side. And press up and down. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down to center, taking one weight, balancing your weight, elbow in, reach out and back in. Use the breath as you're moving. Keep the abdominals very tight, especially when the weight goes out. Four, 3, 2, and 1. The other side, center yourself, abdominals are in, and reach out. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Taking those weights out to the side, let's bring ourselves down on our backs. Knees into the chest just for a small stretch. Taking both arms out and just allowing the knees to fall to one side. And then up and to the other side as well. And come center, both feet to the floor, hands behind the head. And we're gonna start out simply by holding the weight of your head. You're up a couple of inches from the ground. Your tailbone is pressed down into the floor, keeping neutral with your spine. And I want you to think rib cage. Your ribs are open. Squeeze them tight so they lift you up off the ground and then release. So all of the action comes from the rib cage opening and closing. And as they close, they contract the abdominals. Inhale and exhale. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Just resting there. Taking both arms out, bringing both legs up. Knees are bent. Tailbone is into the ground. And we're going to slowly allow the legs to move to the right as the left shoulder stays against the floor. And when I can't hold the left shoulder anymore, that's where I stop. And I squeeze my abdominals and go to the other side. Same thing. So you never really make it to the floor. The key is the shoulders. The shoulders should stay against the floor the entire time. And you give the abdominals a good tight squeeze the minute the legs start to move. One more on each side. Excellent. And back to center with the feet on the floor, hands behind the head. Coming up just a couple of inches, holding the weight of your head, and squeeze up and release. Contracting from the rib cage. Use your breathing. Full inhale, full exhale. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Taking yourself down, arms out to the side again, legs up, knees are bent, and slowly rotate the legs over to the right with the left shoulder down, and now to the left with the right shoulder down. And your shoulders really dictate your range of motion, because they need to stay connected to the floor. And then squeeze those abdominals as you move the legs. One more to each side. And come back to center, both legs in. Taking one foot to the floor, one leg up, pressing the tailbone into the ground as the heel goes up, and then lightly pressing that leg towards you. You'll feel that stretch right along the back of the hamstring. And let the leg go, the other side up. Tailbone down, heel to the sky. And release. Coming to the side. So here's what we're going to do. Your feet are up. Chest is up tall, so you have neutral spine. Hands at genie, and we are going to hinge back and come forward. Hinge back, so moving only from the hip joint. Abdominals are solid, and you'll notice there's no movement in my lower back. It simply comes from that hinge. Three, 2, and 1. Both feet out, and simply hinge forward and stretch. Pull the toes towards you. And now sitting up, taking my right hand to my left leg and my left arm back. Chest is up tall. And come center, other side. Deep breath and exhale. And back to center, bending those knees. One more time, hinging back. Abdominals are solid. Inhale and exhale. Use your breathing. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Now bringing those legs into a butterfly stretch, deep breath, and exhale, hinge forward. Inhale again, and exhale. And coming center. Just taking yourself over into a side stretch. Now, as I reach my left arm over, I am pressing my left hip into the floor. And release, other side. Using your breathing. Come center and give yourself a little bit of a twist. And the other side. Hands go behind the head, deep breath, and exhale, chin to chest. And come center, taking one arm behind the back, and pull the arm all the way back and hold. And release, other side. Now taking both arms out, deep breath, and as you exhale, give yourself a big virtual hug from me to you. And open out, other side. And this time, open those arms out, pull them back further, and just slightly hinge forward so you feel the stretch in the chest and shoulders. And release, deep breath. Exhale. One more time, big deep breath. And exhale. And let that go. Taking one leg forward, one leg bent, chest up, and exhale and hinge, pulling the toes back towards you. Deep breath. Exhale. And release, other side. Deep breath and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. And come center again. Taking the hands together and fingertips down so you feel a stretch right in the forearm. And release, deep breath, and exhale. and one arm is bent across the chest. Pull in so you've stretched the shoulder. Last one, arm comes up and stretch across. And release, shoulders up, back, and around. One more time. And release. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Well, go out there, drink plenty of water, eat wonderful fruits and vegetables, and keep your body moving. Until next time.